Hey, this is Sunday Slot Cars, and today we'll be going over our sets in stock. We do have larger scale cars for adult sets. We're going over the children's set first. Now, if you're an adult, you could definitely, buy one of these sets and be happy. But the larger the scale, the more differences there's going to be between the cars' driving styles, which is going to give you more replayability. But these are good for kids. So the first one we have is the Paw Patrol, the Mario Kart, Minions. There's one more set in a cops and robbers style theme. It's in the store right now, so I don't have it. So they're all these are battery operated sets. They need 4D batteries that are not included. Hit up the dollar store. These is about a 5x4 layout. I've done a review of these before. You can check it out on our YouTube of Sunday Slot Cars on YouTube. Look up the Paw Patrol. I think it's a Carrera battery operated set review. Now, I've used the same battery since last year. I bought my daughter's the Paw Patrol set. I'm still using them. So the battery sets last forever. And the nice thing about it is because it doesn't take up that much space and there's no power cord, it's kind of a pain to have to plug these into a outlet, right? So that's really nice that you can put them where, they're just out of the way. So those are, at time of this recording, $80 Canadian. Next is a little bit more. This is $90. Comes with a squeeze track, and these are compatible with the name brand bricks. You know what I'm saying? The small name brand bricks. And you can do a lot of cool things. You can make bridge supports for the bridges, or you can make little columns for the cars to go under. You can custom make your own car. So they come pre-built with these pieces, but as you can see, you can even add on to these cars here. So this is actually just $90 Canadian. This is a really, really good deal. This is Carrera's introductory into brick style cars. So they're being very aggressive. Great time to take advantage of such a low price. For $110, you get a crossover track and a lap counter with, I believe this is Onto the Podium. Yes. Along with these are more serious style looking cars. So these are obviously for older children. If you're an adult, this might be good for you. Like I said, I'd personally, if you're older or buying for a teenager, buy something larger than this, but buy within your budget. Remember that all these slot car sets come with everything for 2 people, and they also come with a 1-year warranty. So if something goes wrong in the warranty, you can tell me, mail me you can even just talk to Carrera. Carrera might even just send you the part without mailing it to me, without you having to do anything. Here's the car set, and this is, I believe, $135, and it comes with a loop and some scenery. This is just a really nice looking set. And like I said, those loops, they're a bit pricey to buy aftermarket. So if you want a loop, that's interesting. So this one's $145. This is Victory Lane. You can see here we get these 2 awesome looking slot cars. So this comes with, I believe, all these curves are banked. You have the chicane track. You have the crossover track. You have the lap counter. This is the total package. So remember, when you're looking at that price, just cut it in half. It's because if you're buying for 2 people, definitely could definitely be within a budget. And I want to point out again that these things here, because they work with up to 2 children or adults or whoever at once, they take up less space. And as a parent, I know I don't like having a ton of toys around. You could rebuild these in different layouts. So let's take a look at this one here. As you can see, there's various layouts you can build, try out, lots of replayability. Now we're going to go into the 132nd sets. So we're going to go over the 132nd scale sets. I do have more. They're up on our display shelf for the YouTube videos. We'll get up close and personal with those. These sets, I should say, are more popular with adults than children. They do require a little bit of maintenance. You're going to have to change out the guide blades when they start to wind down. There is lubricant that you're going to have to use on these guys. Now, the 143rds would like some lubricant too. This is special slot car lubricant. This is Inox. This is not going to gum up. You don't want to put too much lubricant in the gears if you're looking. It's not hard at all. It's very, very easy to lube with a slot car. You're going to have to just clean the insides. So that's why these are more like, if you had like a responsible older child, you could get away with it. But for adults, this is it. These are much larger scale slot cars. They will keep your attention a lot easier. And this guy here, this is a nice set. This is a good set. If you're buying for like a family gift and like the family has some teenagers in it, teenagers are hard to buy for. This is the kind of thing you want to get. So we'll take a look here. And you'll see it's only 5 by 7 foot. So this isn't like some obnoxiously large set that some people won't be able to fit in their house or apartment. As a matter of fact, you can these are different than the smaller tracks I looked at that they're clipped in, so they'll hold their shape. So if you want to like cut this in half and just keep half of it against a wall or something or underneath the couch, you could do that. I mean, as long as it's not a reclining couch, as long as you're not going to break the track by doing that, you could do that. So yeah, this is right here is a really good family gift set. This set will start at this set's at 220. These sets can go all the way up to 750, but let me explain that as we go along. So as you can see here, this is obviously, this is what, the husband's going to want, or anybody into NASCAR, whatever gender you want to identify as. Now then, awesome thing about this is you take a look here, you see these are bank turns. So these turns actually, so here's the track flat, they'll go up and they go around. So you can assemble this like a triangle or an oval. The oval will obviously take up less room. This is like 7x7. I have a review of Motodrome on my YouTube channel if you want to look at that. It also comes with these two crossover tracks, so the cars have to like avoid hitting each other. Now, unlike the smaller cars, with these larger cars, you actually are going to have the opportunity to like slow down and dodge your opponent or try to speed up. Like it's like a really big risk versus reward system. So I think if you assemble, this is about 5x10 or 12. I'm pretty sure it's 5x10 if you assemble like an oval. If you assemble like this triangle, it's 7x7. So you can see what I mean. If you're buying this for somebody, make sure that they have the room for it, okay? I'm actually going to hold off on showing this set. We're going to take a look at the set over there on our YouTube display. So if you're looking for something in between, so maybe you want something a little bit bigger than the Mustang set, but something smaller than the NASCAR set, this set's a good middle ground. It actually has it has a bit of an obstacle, but it also has this long straight, and that long straight's really important because it helps get it helps relax you as you drive. You'll see what I mean as you play. Here we have the DTM cars. So these cars are of a similar chassis. As a matter of fact, I think all the sets we've looked at so far are. And the nice thing about the DTMs is they're small and nimble, so they're really good cars. So GT Race Battles, when we start to hit that expensive mark, this is about $520 Canadian. So $520 Canadian. You get these two amazing looking slot cars. Now you might be wondering, why is this digital set so much more expensive than these analog ones over here? So this one over here was actually $300, and the one we looked at, I believe, was $255. So you see this piece here, this crossover piece? This is an optional crossover. So you can choose to switch lanes. You can do up to 6 cars at once on this. So 6 human-controlled cars. You can have a pace car if you have the pit lane, and a 7th ghost car. So you could actually have 6 human drivers and a 7th computer-controlled car. You can have these cars be computer-controlled. So if you want to race one car and there's no one to race against, you want to just have somebody to like try to block your path and everything, you can have this car be a computer-controlled car. You can adjust the speed and brake natively. So this control unit here has buttons to adjust your top speed, your brake. You can adjust fuel for fuel simulation if you buy pit lane. The pit lane sold separately. But let's just take a look at how much room this takes. So, like you hear the $520 Canadian, it freaks you out, but you need to understand just what you're getting in here is quite a big track. This is 10 by about 5.5. I'd say, 10 by, 10 by 5.5, roughly, if I'm just going to, round it out. So this is a pretty big set on its own. You can see here, actually, before we turn this around, you can get a bunch of different accessories for. You can also get the different accessories for the other sets as well. This is a name brand that I'm selling here. So here's GT Race Battle. And GT Race Battle is really cool because it's like $550 Canadian, but it comes with 2 lane changers. So you see you have a double lane changer up here and a single lane curved lane changer. So you buy this, you get these really sweet cars. You can see this is my YouTube setup here. I really like the way how they're both white. They look so clean, so crisp. So really, this guy here is, if you buy the Carrera App Connect, you are good to pretty much go. Like, you buy the App Connect and some lubricant, you'll be good for a really, really long time. Okay, so I know you're wondering, well, where's the $750 set? First off, that's it definitely could be rising in price by the time that comes out. Second off, ignore any prices you see on this video because they could be outdated. So here's a 124 scale car. So let's just put this right here for size comparison. No, I guess I have to. Sorry, guys, it's gonna have to be the opposite way of this. So The 124 sets are going to come out later. Like, because of shipping delays, they're just not out at the time of this recording. I'm hoping we get some before Christmas, but I'm kind of doubting it. This track here, even though it says 132nd, 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 all of these 132nd I've shown you so far are 124 track. So these guys here can do the 124s, no problem. This guy here, he's going to want to have a power adapter. You can buy the power transformer separately. If you buy a 132nd scale set, you want to race 124, you just need to make up some borders or buy some plastic borders. I personally just make them up, but hey, you know, it is easy. It is nice to have the quick clips of the plastic ones. So that's a really nice thing about these 132nd sets is you can race these 124 cars on it. Like, you can, like, you know, change the set and get a nice change or upgrade. Now, I recommend starting with 132nd for a while before you upgrade to these 124s, because these 124s, you know, it's easier to snap the guide blades on them. And yeah, the guide blades just pop right off. It's really easy to change. But, you know, that's kind of annoying. You don't be stopping the race and having to adjust your guide blade. So keep an eye out if you want to get the 124s. So the important thing to know about these digitals before I go, you can only race Carrera 132nd or 124 digital on these sets. You can't race the Evolution. If you want to race these cars here, we sell chips separately that you can just, you don't have to solder or anything. You just pop out the old chip, plug in the new one, and they'll be good to go on these digital tracks. But the important thing is this set here, these digital sets cannot run just any analog, just any car. Now, these Carrera Evolution sets here, if you have an old slot car collection or something, they can race it, especially because it's 124 track. Now, I'm not too sure about HO cars, but if you're talking like 143rd, 132nd, 124, you are good on these style tracks. You can get that nice universal capability. Now, I don't want you guys thinking that you shouldn't be buying this digital set, because I tell you, you really save a lot of money here. If you're just going to buy, maybe you just want to have 4 people race, it's actually cheaper to get this than to make a 4-lane of this. Buy a little bit, and if you want to do 6 racers, it's no contest. You know, buying 6 controllers, have 6 cars. This is the way to go. Digital is a lot more exciting. If you want to find out more details on digital or analog or any of these other sets, you can check out our Sunday Slot Cars YouTube. Just Google Sunday Slot Cars. You'll find us there. We have a bunch of reviews. We have a bunch of videos on slot car racing. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys liked seeing our stock. Make sure to get it fast, especially because, you know, Windsor got locked down, so things are definitely not going to last. And we will talk to you later. Oh, and give me a pal and share this video. That'd be great too. Okay, bye.